Eating out in the Big Apple has never been cheap compared to the rest of the country, but thanks to an uninvited guest at the table this year, inflation is forcing New Yorkers to fork over even more dough. Many are unhappy.
Basically, I would just call it annoying.
But restaurant owner Statis Antonakopoulos says rising costs tied to food and labor have been a huge economic challenge, costs he's had to pass on to customers.
We have increased our price in the menu 3 times this year, but we cannot increase anymore. We're not going to be competitive.
Antonakopoulos says menu prices of popular items in the diner, like this organic burger and this pastrami sandwich, have gone up 4 or 5 times just this year. In January, this burger was $19. Now it's almost $24. Despite the higher prices, he's grateful that at least for now he can count on the festive season to be a big draw, having booked about a dozen parties so far.
During the holidays, we're busy because New York City is busy with all the tourists that are finally coming out after 2 years of COVID. But at the same time, what is going to happen January, February, March? It's really scary.
Restaurateur and entrepreneur James Malios is less worried.
This feels like a traditional holiday booking season to me. I'd say the major difference I saw this year was that people were looking for spaces earlier than I recall them looking for the spaces in the past.
He's so confident, in fact, he just opened a new event space, Chiotis Hall, located in the heart of the Upper East Side.
I think that restaurants that have an event capacity generally have are a little better situated to ride out inflation because there's more margin than in a la carte events.
Malio says venues need to adapt to inflationary pressures to keep corporate clients coming back. Changes include requests for more stand-up events and cocktail parties instead of seated dinners, and opting for non-premium alcohol selections. He's also changing his sourcing strategies.
We've started actively going to the market and purchasing it ourselves. But it remains to be seen whether we can do that at the requisite scale that's required, because by self-distributing, you can shave off anywhere between 10 to 20% on your costs.
Cost cutting is something Antonakopoulos constantly thinks about at the diner and says it keeps him up at night.
We have prepared a lot of our staff to take vacation time in January and February so we can all maintain our jobs. And we already start talking to them about it.
While inflation may not dampen holiday spirits, it might depress holiday profits and cause a spike in unemployment early in the new year. Karina Mitchell, CGTN, New York.